Yeah, this is the summer. This is the swimsuit SR Amana.
Oh,
where they're all playing with the sparklers.
One, or I remember this card was like so bad. I didn't even like give it a second glance.
The art is nice.
Yeah, art's great.
Yeah, I mean the art for every card is really good. But I mean, like, besides, if I don't use it for a home screen, because I use every card for a home screen every once in a while, but some cards are just not worth a second glance at.
Yeah, this card is definitely one of those where it's like you get it and you're like, I guess I have to use this for the event, and then you use it for the event and you're done with it.
Card, yeah, I'm a completionist. I did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You run it for the free 4 missions, and then you're like, all right, never again. Goodbye.
Yeah, I feel like you'll never touch this card unless they change the first judge. Like, maybe one day they'll start like changing things up and make like the judge to like hit you 500% damage in the first turn. Then maybe this might be worth it. But no.
Yeah, maybe if that secret
game mode,
like, yeah, that super top secret game mode that may or may not actually come out.
We don't speak of such things. Banned.
That 15% damage cut might be useful because maybe it's like some super judge that hits us like right off the bat with like crazy damage.
You know, talking about this is getting me too excited thinking about this. We're not gonna talk about this cursed relic that we talk about. That's
we hype it up so much, and then it happens, and you're like, "This isn't what I thought it would be."
It's just gonna be like Grade Fest 2. It's like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's just like everybody hypes it up so much, it's just not gonna come out ever because they don't want to disappoint anybody.
Oh god, even the Kami stats for this card is really bad.
Oh yeah, 168 vocal at best. Vocal Mastery Vo 5. Has Trouble Guard. It's 1 level higher than the other Amana. Woohoo! 4-star Peel is Vocal 2 and Mental Damage Cut 20% for 2 turns. I think this card is good enough to be earned in the event, and then you use it in the event, and then it stays in the box forever.
As a home screen, that's it.
Yeah, you get to use it as a home screen every once in a while when you're feeling it.
Yeah, this card is the one to stay level 1 forever.
Big sadness.
Sorry. Yeah.
We're sorry, Amana.
Yeah.
Now we have probably my favorite SR art. It's time for Tenka's first SR.
Oh, this is the best card I've ever.
In which we learned that Chiyuki took up video games afterwards and then became a crazy sharpshooter.
Maybe she was originally a crazy sharpshooter, just secretly.
Before I took up sewing. I took up this gun.
Before she took up sewing, she was already pulling a whip. Secret lore.
All right, so this Tenka's passive is Dance Visual 15% up if mental is below 75%. I think this card is strange.
I mean, like, for like a 40 SP passive, it's not worth it. You have to you have to go through 20, 30, and then a 40 just to get it. It's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, 15% for 40 SP is not that good.
And then the 4-star appeal is interest 30% down to all judges.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I wouldn't mind it, except, again, judges doing less damage doesn't really benefit, like, it benefits Alstro because they're not getting hurt as badly, but then it's like your opponents are also not getting hurt as badly.
This is one of the only other cards that are like only good during the exploit, and that's it.
And then this Tenka has probably one of the most embarrassing masteries I think we've seen so far.
Level 2.
So we've had the audition masteries that are 1 point. Why does this card have tension mastery visual 2?
Oh god.
You max out that tension, and then suddenly all 2 visual graces your presence. You're like, yes,
all 8.
My 498 has finally reached 500.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It takes you how long to get like max?
I can just do a casual visual run and get like I can just do a photo shoot and get more visual than this Tenka showing
you can
up.
do literally anything, like any of the lessons. I'm sure you'd get like an excellent or something and get lucky with like a mastery and get quadruple the amount. This is like one of the ones where I'm super confused on why they do it in the first place. It's like I'm not sure why at level 55 you'd get a level 2. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It's certainly something. You know, the idea is there with tension mastery, but I feel like tension mastery. I'm on that speaker. Oh no, they're hearing us.
Two stats.
Like, I wouldn't mind any of the tension masteries if, one, they procced a little more often, and two, the numbers were a little higher.
Yeah, I think tension should give 10 at least, even for SR. Because it takes so much effort to get. In fact, for SR, getting tension.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it. Cause I mean, like, if you use like a 283 towel or like a 283 t-shirt and you're already at max, then it's kind of like you could get like season 1. If like the tension master is already like 9 or something, it's not really a huge deal. But with the excellent boost, it's kind of like, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, it can be a lot. That's why I wouldn't say 10. I would just say, like, at bare minimum, have tension mastery at least be like 6. You know, and then the SSRs like what is it? Jury could be like 12 or 13 or something. Y'all are just doing skill ratings right now. Yeah. We're just going over the SRs and like how we feel about like their passives in regards to fests. We have a separate one we'll talk about at some other point where we'll talk about true ending cards. So it's like obviously all the Hokagos are going to be like super high tier in true ends because high damage buff, high damage skill, etc., etc. But like in terms of like using them for fests, so yeah, this Tenka, in terms of producing a fest character and using as a fest character, I would never pick this Tenka, especially since
at least during the exploit days, this card was like the best card for exploiting. But that's it.
This is SR1 Tenka. This is the light gun. And here's the other problem with this Tenka. This Tenka is all visual. You want to know what else is all visual? The other 2 SSR Tenkas.
That's so good, yes.
Hey, well, let's just say you don't have those other 2 SSR Tenkas. You only have this.
How do you have this one?
Yeah, that's an event card from what, a year ago.
Let's just say.
It's like, maybe the 4-star skill might be useful for a really hard
Lim
fest.
Tenka is vocal. Lim Tenka is vocal, but Tenka also has 2 other SSR supports that are both visual.
Yeah, look at the.
And they came out at the same time, if I remember correctly.
Wait, you talking about like during like back to back or during Gacha?
Like, let me look.
Which cards are you comparing? I don't remember.
It's oh no, they came out a month apart. So there was Fashion Doll Tenka, and then there was Toothbrush Tenka.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because because Fashion Tenka was the initial, and then a month later we got Toothbrush Tenka. They're both visual, but they have completely different focuses within visual. And then you introduce another one, an event card that is also visual, and it's like, come on.
I mean, I think already if you added the fashion one was pretty good, then the toothbrush one I feel was way stronger just because of the passive. So it's kind of like I don't understand the point of making both of them almost the same thing except for one being power creep. That part was like questionable.
Yeah, because Toothbrush actually gives you a visual buff versus Fashion gives you, I believe, a high damage cut.
Yeah, but it's proc really early.
Yeah, so it's a strange card, and it's why Toothbrush ends up just being the best of the 3 visual Tenkas. Yeah, I don't know. Light Gun Tenka is just like Swimsuit Amana. You get it, you use it to clear the event of reward, and then it goes in the box.
It goes in the home screen section.
It goes in the home screen, so you can log into Shiny Colors and Tenka shoots you. She's angry because you said she was bad. So she shot you. You're dead. Alright, so now we move on to SR2 Tenka. The Holy Angel Tenka, who is very vocal focused and is actually like pretty alright because she is more or less a vocal carbon copy of initial Amana. Has the same mastery, vocal mastery Vo with 7, has the same passive of 25% when you're above 90% HP, except now it's vocal, and has the same 2.5 appeal with a mental 5% heal, except again, it is now vocal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, like I said with Amana, I think that card is really nice and has aged really well. In contrast, this card is honestly like, this card's 5 months old, but feels like an initial card.
I mean, my only problem with it, I think the 25% is pretty low for 40 SP.
Like,
and it's gacha too.
Like, that's exactly how I feel about it. It's like, this card, I feel like if you wanted to separate this card, instead of it just being a copy-paste of the initial Amana, is just give it a slightly stronger passive. And I think the appeal is fine. Again, like we were saying, if it was a appeal 3 with a 10% or 2.5 with 15%, I wouldn't hate it. But 2.5 for 5 is kind of bad. Like, there's not really a whole lot of situations where you're like, I desperately need this 5% heal. It's like if you're healing, you're probably healing because you're about to die.
Like that. Like if you need a healing as soon as you're about to die, you're dead the next turn anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's why you need those. That's why you need that 25% heal. Thank you, limited.
Any heal that's below like 25% is just useless in my opinion.
Does Kuruda Natsuha not have any grades because it's that bad? No, it's because I've been getting lazy and been forgetting to type them. So Kuruda Natsuha, I think we just said was like a C tier card overall. Like,
yeah, I think something like that.
She's not like crazy. She just kind of exists. She's much like the cards we've been talking about, which is just like, you use them to get them from the event, and then you get the event missions that require the card, and then it becomes your home screen.
You gotta label these as home screen tier. make them their own tier. They're all the way at the top as home screen tier. It's the best tier you can be in. Home screen tier list? It's Rainy Day, not Jury. It's the only card that exists.
So DHS, CHS. Do we have a home screen tier list? I mean, I don't know. That delves into a different territory of what your preferences are.
No, that's a
It's going to turn into a bloodbath if they're talking about this.
The smile on Shay's face turns to a fearful face as we tear each other apart talking about home screens.
Finally, my input is needed.
Oh, not that face.
Edwin?
Oh no. Okay, so finishing up this. So that's that Tenka. The Tenka exists. It's good. It's not bad. So now we have. Oh god, I accidentally hit back. Now we have Blooming Heart Chiyuki, the first support Chiyuki, which, if I remember correctly, actually took a really long while for her to get an SR support.
I think
no, it took her a month.
Are like super bad. Like, it's like kind of funny because if you think about it, like all the Chiyuki cards are pretty bad in general. Then the new Chiyuki card kind of like, okay, this is too strong.
Okay, so this initial Chiyuki, her 2-star appeal, or 2-star passive rather, is a mental damage 15% heal if the turn count is after 6.
That's terrible.
Wait, turn count after 6?
That's like the worst passive I've actually ever seen.
Yeah, so it's a 15% heal of, like, it's a 15% heal after 6 turns. Like,
This is for the 2020 meta. We're not there yet. We're getting prepared.
Yeah. Oh, is it mental? It does for specials. So wait. So does that mean that is it missing or is that max?
It's the damage. Basically, if you have 300 mental and you have 200 mental loss, which means 100 mental left, your recover will be 30 mental.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just remember,
Okay,
if
so
it's passive, it will be the last one, not the maximum.
Okay. So yeah, like that almost makes it worse in some regard.
This is definitely the worst passive I've seen. Like I think there's rares with better passives than this.
Well, I mean, I think there are some SSRs that have some pretty bad passives. Like there's the
I don't think you can like top a 6-turn 50% heal though. Like
that's very
that's
true.
Like 6 turns just for a 50% heal is just like it's so bad. And then at the same time it's 120 SP to get it.
Yeah, it's just like ugh.
Wait, it's 90. Sorry, I don't know how to do math.
Yeah, it really doesn't do a whole lot. I think the only other one that I would maybe argue is the Flower Stand Sakuya, because like while it's a vocal 35% buff, it has to be after turn 8.
Wait,
Hello,
like-
Julie. Hey, that's Julie.
For SSR2 Sakuya. Like
That-
you have to wait
Oh,
till
yeah.
turn 8 or after to get that vocal
Yeah.
buff. Like
It's only
Is it
35%.
after? I thought it was before turn 8.
The thing
No.
is, it
No,
activates
after.
3 times. The thing, it activates 3 times.
yeah, it can activate 3 times, but it's still just like
You're not gonna. Well, you can activate 3 times, but you're not gonna activate it.
you're not
once,
gonna
so
get
that's the
there
problem.
3 times.
I know, I mean, the game.
For the,
It's like-
for the
Like-
most
as
part.
long as it's like it can proc on 8, 9, and 10 turn for sure.
I've never seen
But
that.
you're not gonna get it 8 and 9, 10 turns. Though.
Yeah, that's
problem.
that's the problem too. Yeah, because like grade 6 and grade 7, because like melting and I float in 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Like
I don't-
even at
I
7,
don't think-
the
like,
the
During
they
the
don't
first
last
meta
past turn
tiers,
7.
Yeah, like at
Well-
like turn 7, like the judges all have like 1 HP left. So it still like doesn't really matter.
1 HP left. 1 mental
Yeah,
left.
like it. Grade 7 and grade 6 actually just go too fast still.
Yeah, like
I
I remember
see.
like during it, they were like super slow when the meta just came out.
I
But now like
wish
everybody
maybe
started to
this
build
goes
around it, like
further.
with all the Tanka card that like gives health to everybody. There's a bunch
don't
of
remind
like
me.
defense down or up skills. No, defense down skills now, like the new Meguru card. There's like a bunch of like counterplay to it that makes turns or games go by a lot faster.
Well, I think the other major counterplay to it was the fact that more people were getting their SSRs to 3-star. They were getting
Yeah,
access
that's
to
also
their
true.
their 200
Hazuki.
and 100 uncaps. So now
Yeah.
you have teams running around with 1,000 or 1,200 in a stat and don't
Namely-
care about having all this extra HP.
Namely, people who use climax girls, because I mean they'll do like 200k without any buffs. It's like okay, that just happened.
Yeah, they're just like, haha, this is great. Like that's why I'm actually really with your idea of like the later grades having a stat cap that's enforced.
Dude,
So
I
it's
think
like-
stat cap needs to be like the first thing enforced because it just ruins the game. Because like imagine if you can like this is like one of the only RPG style games where your stat doesn't really cap too high or like too low. So you can like I think there was like a jury running around like 1,300 or something. I'm not sure how he did it. There's like a few uncast, but 1,300 vocal. And it's just like that doesn't make sense to me. Like that's so unneeded and so unnecessary. It's just like nah, I'm good.
Yeah, like I think it would be fine if like I can think of games where you have, for example, you have the ability to level skills really high, and they try to balance the system by essentially relegating your cards down. So it's not like you can't use them; it's just that it pushes your
Right.
stats down. And
Yeah.
I think it would be fine in grade 6 or 7 if the judges got nerfed a little bit, but everything is capped at like say like 750.
Yeah,
like-
I think the best number to go to is like 1,000 is way too high in my opinion. Like, there's like nothing that we need 1,000 of a stat for right now. It's just a way too high of a number, especially when our passives like right now are like super high. Like we have 100% passives right now. It's just like, what's the point of having 1,000 stats if we have like the passives to make up for it?
Yeah, it's just kind of snowballing really hard as the cards are getting stronger.
It's like eventually we'll hit like Like the whole Sakia card when she came out, I think it was Sakia 2. Yeah, it was Sakia 2 when she had like 12 appeal at max, if I recall. It was like a 12 appeal. And she also has like the ability to cap out at like 1,250 visual. So it's like you're capped out at 1,250 visual and you have like a 12 appeal like on paper plus your passives. It's just like I don't understand the whole concept of dealing that much damage. Actually, let me check real quick. If I remember correctly, it was 12 was the highest. So, like, on paper, her appeal is 6, but it follows up with a 2, and the link appeal is 3, so I think it is 12. Yeah, so the Sakia has a 12 appeal, but she also has the ability to cap out, like, 1,250 with a 12 appeal. On paper, that just doesn't make sense to me. I think that's just way too high.
Yeah, so like I think the real first step for balancing around grade fest is just imposing a cap on whatever grade. Like if it has to be across all the grades, then like I guess I feel like 6 and 7 are like the biggest offenders, of course.
6 and 7 are definitely the ones that you need to watch out for.
There also is definitely an issue because like if you've noticed, grade 5 is definitely the stopping point.
It's definitely the hard stop of grade 5.
Grade 5 has crushed all my dreams.
Because like I wasn't in grade 6 this season because I had really bad trends last season. My deck just didn't do well. But like I want to say that when I looked at grade 6 before I went down, it was like not even. I want to say it was like really close to like 4 or 5K people in it.
Wait, you talking to last season or?
Yeah,
that's strange. I think it would be like least amount of people right now because I believe the Fez, the #1 judge was Dance last update if I recall.
There's around 5.4K. Okay, and then you look at like grade 7, and it's like when I was in grade 7. For that one season, I got top appeal on like 2 judges, and
yeah. Getting top appeal in last hit on every single judge isn't even close to being enough anymore. It's
exactly
crazy.
It's so rough.
You need to do like 8 link appeals. You need to hit last. You need to hit last appeal, top appeal. Then you need to have like I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you need the triple best appeal thing, and then plus hell link bonuses.
Yeah, you need a double bonus on every single judge.
That was pretty harsh, for sure.
Yeah,
I
mean, like,
yeah.
because like I got like I don't even remember. I want to say my score was something around like 120K or something like that in grade 7, and I was technically placed at like I think it was like 210. And that was still demotion. That was hard demotion.
Yeah, I think it was like after the exploit or after the judge health change where everything just fell apart. That was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Because like no, it wasn't that. It was the star change. I remember. Okay, that was what it was. I remember they nerfed the star count you got through judges, or like was it top appeal? I don't remember, but they nerfed the star count. So it was super hard to stay in unless you were hitting like 4 link appeals and top and last hit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tough. I actually was. There was this one thing I was thinking about maybe doing for something like grade 7 that would maybe make it easier. It's kind of hard because I feel like it would just cause more people to flood down, but I think it would potentially open the gates for more people to reach grade 7 at least once to get the reward and then just bounce. Which would be to create a play count requirement in grade 7 in addition to scoring decently enough to stay.
You mean like you have to play this many times during the season or? Yes.
So it'd be like in order to stay in grade 7, it'd be like you score well, but then you also have to get like, let's say like 30 auditions in grade 7.
I think something like
30
that
life,
would work out, but
30
just
life
doing additions alone
doesn't
isn't
really
like good enough. I think if you were to do something like become number one in X amount of in grade 7, I think that'd be
what
like good enough.
what if let's say make an average of performance requirement too.
Yes, yeah, something like that where you just like I think getting number one in a grade 7 is already pretty hard because everybody hits too high because the stats are ridiculous right now. But if you were to like average like number one in like I wouldn't even have to be number one. It'd be like X amount of stars and during grade 7. It'd be a little bit more balanced.
Um, but if it use average performance, I don't think it will be a good one because most of the run are like random or not, or maybe
Well, yeah,
just
but that's like grade fez in general. Like grade fez is just RNG. Like you're throwing like 300 dice in like
yeah,
one turn. So
like you can sometimes uh, uh, you can sometimes get a good roll either from the rifle seed or the tension seed or even you got the worst one for this two.
yeah, getting all the stars in grade 7, like it sounds weird on paper how if you get all the stars, it's still not enough. But if you look at it now, because they nerfed the star count, or they nerfed the amount of points you gain from stars. So it's not a lot of
Mm,
points. So they expect you to do more than just do your 2 jobs, which is last hit and top appeal. So
so
like
it's
expect you to actually do
focusing
link appeals and
on
whatnot.
basically focusing on the technical point instead of the standard one. I see. Basically, like um, let's say from grade 5, the star point is nerf and position point. Did you mean that?
Yeah, they probably need to do some readjustment on the scoring system, to not to be. I guess probably readjust the points somehow, but I guess that's up to the dev on how they see it fit in the future.
Well, I think the problem is like grade fez is. I think like the devs know, Japanese know, us Westerners know. I think everybody realizes that grade fez isn't exactly quite balanced and isn't exactly like the greatest right now. So I think like to adjust it, you need like opinions on each side.
Yeah, or just quote unquote new game mode.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
2020.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, see, like, I wouldn't mind everybody having like the crazy high stats if it went to something like a new game mode where you need those kind of high stats.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Grade
know,
fez
and then
is
you
the
impose
worst
a
part.
stat cap on regular grade fest so that like everybody's kind of reined in, and it's not just hey, look at this guy who gets to flex every single one of their completely 4-star entire team, and you're like, wow, I'm dead at like
Yeah,
like there's
it really is like that sometimes.
there's a meme that propagates old video games, especially really really old fighting games, which is called losing at character select, and running into those teams is yes. Like this would be picking like Omega Rugal in '98. Like you're picking the boss character, and it's like, wow, I don't even have to decide what I pick. I just lose. You know, like I play Hokago, who tries to like I play vocal Hokago because that's like where basically all of my like dupes have ever gone into. And if I run into a Chiyuki AI, I immediately know I've lost.
Are you talking about
No.
like wait, what do you mean like as in like Chuki? Oh, are you talking about like as in they
I say this because every single time I have run into a Chiyuki AI, they have the Tenka. and the Tenka completely shuts down my game plan
The-
of trying
The
to
Tenka
take
shuts
damage.
down everybody's game plan. Like
Exactly. And if I run into two
it's-
Tenka, then I'm just like, wow, I super lose.
yeah, I think I ran into 3 once. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, two Tenka, guess I'll lose because I'll look at it's like turn 6 and nobody has taken damage.
Does it act? I wonder if the new Chiyuki can get health back from the Tenka in your or the AI's Tenkas.
Like, it's,
Or if wait, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. I keep forgetting it's just the appeal and not actually the character.
yeah. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I used limited Kogane Voesar, got healed turn 4. Like, trying to use any of the enmity passives right now is just so rough because if you run into any Alstromeria, you immediately know you're never going to get to use those passives.
That's why grade phase right now is pretty much if you get in grade 7, you pretty much just won the lottery, in my opinion. Or your team is just overclocked.
Now, there was one team that I saw that was extremely amusing, which was it was a combination of the newest. It was Sakuya 3 with Mamimi 1, and that team looks funny.
Wait, are you talking about visual?
Sakuya 3 that inflicts
So-
to everyone, right?
Oh, you're talking about PSSR 3. Never mind.
Yeah, PSSR 3
Okay.
because it's double melancholy.
Is it?
Well,
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot
So
about that.
it's Sakuya at 4-star with 2 melancholy. It's Mamimi at 4-star with 2 melancholy, and you're just watching everybody
I-
just drain out.
Yeah, I remember thinking about this. I'm like, what would it be like if because like a lot of people right now in the meta, or at least for like grade 6 and grade 7, like they all have like Mimimis as like the leaders because I think Mimimi's like probably the best leader right now in general like purpose. So it's just like getting hit by 4 melancholies isn't like super rare, and if you get hit by like, these appeals, that'd just be hilarious.
I usually only get up to 2 melancholy.
I think like I guess it depends on how high you are. Grade 6 and grade 7, they're pretty everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely remember
poison
seeing them a
everywhere.
lot.
Oh.
Now, there is one thing that actually sounds really funny, and I would love to see this. Would be they introduce like let's say because like, you've noticed that like Kogane has almost always been like kind of the supporty card. I would love
Yeah.
to see an SR Kogane whose appeal only affects the AI, and it's just that like increases like the susceptiveness to melancholy.
Oh my god.
So it's just they take more poison damage from being poisoned.
Lowers your opponent's health or defense by like 50%.
Hmm.
Like I love the idea of just creating a team whose entire purpose is to be like, I'm not here to win. I'm here to
I'm
make
just here
things awful.
I'm here to kill you guys.
I'm here to mess you up.
I'm just here to make you guys retire.
Basically,
I don't care about winning.
So far, there are no melancholy support, right? So far, there are no melancholy support, right?
Hmm.
And say melancholy build on something. I think it's not the effectiveness because status effect is tied with the value, like what you see in the house menu. Melancholy.
Wait, do you mean like melancholy, like not what?
The 7%, like 5% of melancholy is tied to a single status.
Yeah, but
So,
that single stat. What do you mean, like by mental or what? Because I mean, like in general, it's like really good.
there is a
Yeah,
possibility
I mean-
to make another skill. In case
Hey, it's only
like,
counterintuitive and if they survive. If they're dead, then you did your job.
Yeah, see, stuff like that is where I'm just like, man.
Yeah, it's like why would I attack one judge when I can do this? It's like what's the point?
still funny.
Hokago is too powerful.
I love how they made the new Natsa PSSR 3 like the same absurdness as Jury.
Yeah, it's just that with the caveat that visual Hokago is a lot harder to build than vocal Hokago.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, okay,
But I mean,
what do you
like,
need? You need to have like,
Honestly,
isn't it like
it's stronger in my opinion. At least
It
looks
is stronger.
a lot stronger.
because like a lot of the cards that you are gonna put on there are typically 4 stars. Because I think it's like what Kaho has to be 4-star.
For vocal or visual?
For visual.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Are you talking about
It's like-
Tahoe 1?
Yeah, because like SR1 and SSR1 both need to be 4-star for visual, if I remember correctly.
You mean, wait, Tahoe PSSR 1 or?
Yeah, PSSR1 is, I believe, dance visual, and
Yeah.
I think SR1 is also dance visual, right?
Oh, SR, okay.
And then Jury 1 is Jury 1 visual vocal or vocal visual?
Visual.
Visual
It-
vocal.
yeah, it's visual
Okay.
first.
There isn't really. Oh no, Rinze's good because Rinze has the 80%, and then you just run the same Choco that you run in every other Hokago team because it doesn't matter.
Choco is like, yeah, I'm boosting anything.
It's like, yeah, check
Yeah.
out these sick buffs. They're always good. And then it's just it's getting better buffs, which like if you can find them, you can find them.
Yeah.
Jury is visual vocal 4.5. Okay.
I haven't
think it's
haven't
only-
actually looked at it. I need to look at the newest
Really?
Jury.
It's like-
'cause I never actually
I think
looked
it's
at
like-
that card.
This is definitely my most used card for sure. Not even like whole like or bias. I think the fast 4.5 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that Jury 3 has effectively a vocal 7.5. Like it's like a 7.5 vocal, but it's slow.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Jury 3. Don't talk about that. Dark days.
Don't worry, I'm sure that this banner is gonna mess me up, and then I won't have to talk about Kaho.
Hey, I remember you didn't get Kao. Then I told you that you'll come home in like the next few polls, and like after the banner ended, then you got it. I was like,
Yeah, I know. It's so mad. I'm just like, come
Yeah, I
on.
was like,
It was like 50 something. It was like 51K, and it's like, wow, I got like nothing out of this. And then the next banner, do one roll. Oh hey, where were you 51K gems ago?
Luckily, I've never had a spark yet.
Yeah, I've never had enough to actually spark, but I've been fortunate enough that typically the card I'm looking for comes home quick, unless it's one I actually care about.
I
was
usually
like-
don't plan on sparking. I just like pull, and if I need more gems, I'll get more gems. And I pull, if I need more gems, I'll get more gems. I'll just repeat until I get. All right, yeah. Everybody during the Chuki, it looked like the Chuki banner. Everybody had a spark then. It looked like Chuki did not. Chuki did not want to come home to anybody. That card was just too good. $90K
Now
for one, but I mean, like you save up enough, you'll get 4 Hazukis like quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you can float in grade 6 or grade 7,
Oh,
then it can
yeah,
be
I guess
relatively quick. But like, if you can't float, like if you're only floating in 5, it's going to be a long time.
I'm trying to think if they ever handed us out a Hazuki. Did they in New Year's or was that a package? I think it was a package. Everybody.
Yeah, I think that was just a package. The only
Yes, I
Hazukis
remember.
we've gotten was we got like one I think we got like 1 or 2 SSR.
I think we did get an S. Yeah, we got 2. I think recall.
But I think we maybe got 1 PSR. But other than that, we haven't
I
gotten
don't
any
think-
SSR.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever got a PS. Actually, I don't think we've ever got a PSSR Hazuki.
Then
I'm
they
just
should make it
now
hard not to
remembering-
roll.
The New Year's fucked up my gem count permanently. Fucked up everybody's gem count permanently.
Yeah. Now New
we
Year's,
had
that was
Awkward numbers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's 99. It's just like what the fuck. I don't want 1,000 gems. I don't want 3,000 gems. I want 1 gem. That's it. Just give me 1 gem.
Nah, but I was gonna say the real banner that actually messed up everybody's gem count was the Hiyori 3 banner.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Shiny Fest or
Yeah,
whatever we want to call
Shiny
it.
Fest. Like, yeah.
Because I know Shay was confused when we were calling it Shiny Fest. But I guess it's just because we associate double rates with the term Fest.
Yeah, and anytime Fez is involved, I either think of like double rates or free pulls, or usually both.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh man, everybody went in on that banner. One, because we didn't realize just how strong that mono was, and then everybody really wanted Hiyori.
I didn't roll on that banner at all. I think I did like 2 pulls and that was it. Wait, was it Hiyori? Yeah, I did like 2 pulls and I got like 3 copies. I'm like, I got 3 copies in like my first pull and was like, okay, I'll take it.
I'm trying to remember. I think I did like 5 rolls on Hiyori. I got 1 copy of her and no copy of mono, and then I heard about how broken mono was, and I was just like, no.
That's how I felt with Meguru, because I didn't get Meguru either. In fact, I don't have any Meguru, because Meguru is like impossible to get, apparently.
What was her banner? I'm trying to remember who she was with. Was that with Chiyuki? Or was that like what banner was limited Meguru on? Who was the featured SSR that wasn't her? It was Mamini? No, it wasn't Natsu, because Natsuha was Kaho.
Tenka Fuyuko Megu.
Oh, that's right. It was the Tenka 2 banner.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
because that was when Fuyuko came out too. That's right.
Curse.
I didn't end up getting Tenka, but I ended up getting 2 Meguru.
That was the one where Batu was sparking on stream, and he got. It was the one with Fuyu, and it was the whole meme.
Yeah, that started the meme of Fuyu.
How could we forget?
Yeah, SSR Meguru. That card is great. Like, I use that card a lot.
I know they're both like absurdly strong, but I don't use any of them. I think the passive, like their passives are not the passive. Yeah, it was a passive. Their passives like super ridiculous and like should be nerfed, but
yeah, if you look at like G6, G7, it's like everyone has 1 or 2 Meguru.
It's pretty much needed in my opinion. Like it's just
because I mean because Megaru's is a vocal visual 40%.
Yeah, and then Mono's is like what, dance visual 40% too.
Yep.
It's just like absurd.
And the requirements is just it has to be past turn 3 in Mono's case.
Both of them is past turn 3 or turn 6, depending on which of the passive. There's 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Passive and then the other passive.
Yep.
Yeah, it's super strong.
Like, it's so buff. Like,
that was the most power creep support ever in Next Memory.
Oh yeah, Audition Mastery. Yeah. Meguru having Audition Mastery Mental is such a cheater move where it's just like I don't even have to do radio anymore. I just do auditions.
Any rest mastery is like the worst idea possible.
And then we got Limited Kaho. Limited Kaho is a card that like I really enjoy it, but man, I just don't have the Hazukis for it.
I just like it because its base stat is ridiculously high, and that's it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, 270 vocal, 2-star passive is actually no. The 1-star passive already is a vocal 40% up, and all you have to do is be above 70 be below 75% HP.
I actually never even checked.
And then the 2-star passive is vocal 70% as long as you're above half.
Actually, oh my god, it is.
Like, it's such a good card. Plus,
40, oh my god, it's 40%. Well, the attention 100% up, I guess, makes up for it. But damn, I never even realized.
Yeah, like, I have it at 1-star right now, and I'm just like, this is on every vocal team right now.
That is really good.
Like, you can effectively have a range where you proc both of those passives at once, and it's just like, woof.
You know, I don't want to know how high attention needs to be, because I feel like no matter how high your attention is, I feel like it's never guaranteed. Like with Kaho SS or PSSR1, I feel like I've never been hit a few turns before. I don't know if I'm like crazy, but it's like what, 1,000 attention, 1,000% up, and I've
Yeah.
been missed like a lot.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Like it's never quite clear cut of just quite how good or bad attention is. Sometimes
Wait,
it feels like
actually-
attention's awful, and then there's times where it's just like, oh.
Oh
good.
wait, no, I was about to say like this card would be so good with Kiriko. I'm like, wait, it's the exact opposite. Never mind.
Yeah, I think attention needs to be like synergized with like damage up.
No.
There's probably like
That'd
a
be
perfect number. There's probably like optimal number. I'm pretty sure Rolling Triangle probably can dig up game data and pull some calculations to see like what's the optimal number of attention
To be
you
hit?
need. Yeah.
Or-
Or like
Oh.
optimal value of like how much attention I need versus like how much damage up I'm taking.
Oh, okay.
Man, it's so interesting to see like how the limited supports try to experiment in being busted, or just try to experiment in general. Like how limited Tenka has a stamina 4-star appeal.
Wait, support?
Yeah,
Which limited Tenka?
yeah, she has
Oh,
a
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the photo shoot mastery?
no.
Which one are you talking about?
Her 4-star skill.
Oh, or 4-star skill. Okay.
Yeah, she's got the stamina skill that goes up to 3.5 on a support.
Yeah.
And then her really strange but like kind of neat 2-star passive.
Oh, what? Is it a below or above mental?
Above. So it's a mental 5% heal that has a 30% chance to proc if you're above 80% HP, and it can proc 5 times.
Oh, I can proc 5 times. That's pretty good.
Now put that on your whole team.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, well, I guess it depends, because I feel like passives, like, depending on what team you're running, if you're running Alstromeria and you, like, use that on every single character, because sometimes it feels like you max out your passives a lot, because I don't remember the exact amount of passives you can have out at the same time, but sometimes I feel like it's just a waste of a slot when you could have got something better.
That's true.
Because it's like, I don't remember the exact, yeah, I think it was like 6. Was it 6? Because I feel like sometimes you'll get like 6-7% visuals up, and it's just like, okay, that's just a waste of a passive slot, but
Or sometimes you get none at all.
yeah, well then you just get none. You get crit below 50% health with the Antica, and you don't get your 100% passive.
That's when the RNG is the cycle against you. Good luck, try again.
That's why I was kind of like confused when Stray Light came out, because I thought that, like, on paper, their whole gimmick sounds like you just steal a bunch of 7% passives and get as many as you can, because it's kind of like fodder for their appeals, but it's just like, at the same time, you're taking your passives away from your appeals, so it's like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they were like, if they took other people's buffs. That'd be like an interesting mechanic.
That'd be hilarious. Everybody has like Choco PSSR or PSR1, and there's like max buff. Just take it.
Yeah, just whoop, that's mine now.
The counter to Illusion Star team, just steal all their buffs.
That's how it's gonna be in 2020.
Meanwhile, yeah, I bet the devs are listening here. It's like, oh no, they're catching on.
Now, what I do find really interesting is I'm actually just going through and looking at all the limited SSR supports. It's funny how, now that I think about it, Chiyuki is honestly the worst limited SSR.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like,
Because it's completely weighted on the masteries.
Are you talking about
Because
Christmas Yuki?
yes.
Do you mean like what do you like in terms of what?
So let's say let's look at like we think about some of the other cards. You know, you think about like Meguru having like the visual 40, vocal 40 on one passive, or you have Kaho with
Right.
vocal 40%, vocal 70%. This Chiyuki caps out with a dance plus 25% and mental 10% heal if
Yeah.
you're below 25%
Yeah,
HP.
that passive is absolutely terrible.
And
I
then she
guess
has
they're looking at the mastery and just like we can't make this too strong. And just
yeah,
made
that's
the-
what I'm saying. That like I feel like all the power of this card is weighted on room mastery and dance mastery,
yeah, exactly.
and not on the actual card itself.
But
you
I
know,
mean,
'cause, like,
like in
Even the
terms of
4-star appeal is
mastery-
kind of like underwhelming.
Yeah, the 4-star appeal is just pretty bad. I don't think it's worth uncapping for, but if you're gonna cap it just for the mastery, then sure, might as well. It's like nothing I'd take when I'm like running dance, but mastery capping at like what was it? I don't remember. I forget.
75, right?
For
Probably set for the Wound
Well,
Master.
which one are we talking about? The dance or the room?
I was gonna go to both. I don't remember either.
So dance caps at level 70, and it caps out at 16. So you're getting plus 16
Okay,
dance for
so-
being in the
okay,
dance
well,
room.
16. Okay.
And then room mastery caps at level 75, in which it is a 6% chance of activation.
Yeah, that's a really strong part. Okay, it was 6%. I swear it was higher if I remember, but it's so weird. It's only 6%.
Don't I feel like perfect Choco is like better than that? Like, I feel like would you take a perfect over a level up?
It's
I mean, I would
Naxos
take a
is-
perfect.
Naxos is like, isn't Naxos is like 35% to get an excellent.
Yeah, to get an excellent, which I mean, like, is only like what, a minor buff? It's not like
Yeah,
crazy amount.
I mean, I'll take it. I think the card is strong in general, so the buff is. I'll take it over anything because like that Natsu card is really good. Okay, yeah, it was a 16 and it was 35. Yeah, it was 35. Okay.
%.
I think.
Do any
16
cards
is
have
the
higher than
highest.
16? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 16 is the highest.
Wait until we hit the 20s, the double digit 20s. Hit 22,
weird power
22
creeps.
dance. That'd be amazing.
Well, that's how I
22
feel.
SP.
Yeah.
I
That'd
can't
be-
wait for audition mastery vocal dance visual 5. Just get plus
Radio
5 and
SP.
everything.
You get your radio and then you get like 22 SP for your radio.
Oh, what was I gonna say? The Illumination Star limit SSR stacking is pretty strong. The mono stacking with Hiyori and just Megu card for that
Oh, yeah.
Sanguine bonus is like oof, easy
it's-
plus
it's
24
nuts.
SP.
It's super nuts.
And
Do
there's
you guys
like
think
enough.
TFT getting any change of the stray light coming in? There is only like 2 things that I think need to be changed. Well, not need, but I would like
Are
to
you
see
talking about,
changed in TFT.
In TFD, I think TFD needs a lot of changes. Like TFD is nuts.
I like the
think
concept of
nobody
it.
Yeah, the concept is amazing, but I feel like not a single person has a true full grasp of how to play TFD correctly because it's just that weird.
I mean, imagine Asahi support popping up now. Like, the one thing I still find frustrating about TFD is being forced to lose time.
Yeah, during promises or so punishing if you just have a fail because you then have to rest and then lose 2 turns. Blah blah blah.
Well, there's that, but let's say you're working on a book and you could finish it in 2 weeks, and you have 2 weeks left.
You're talking about notes.
Yeah, and so
I mean,
you have to
yeah,
finish the note,
yeah.
and it's like, okay, well, I only have one. You know, I have 1 week left, and then I have audition, so I should have 1 more week. But then by doing the audition, you lose your last week.
Yeah,
involuntarily.
I mean, especially
I
with
know you have
3-star
to plan
notes,
around
like,
it.
It's just worse.
But it's just it's just like, ugh.
Trying to do like a 3-star note, and especially like you need like say like 2 more vocal masteries to complete it, and of course you don't get it, but it's the last day. It's just like, well, like there goes the whole run.
Now, there is one thing that I actually would be like really interested in, and this one sounds really goofy, but I would love to see a new item that only works in TFD. And all it is it's a piece of paper, and it has scribbles on it, and it says Hazuki at the bottom. And you spend the item to call Hazuki for that week.
Dude, that's the first thing I wanted to see. Was you could place Hazuki wherever you wanted to. That'd make TFD so good if you have like a free Hazuki slot anywhere you want.
Because like there are so many times where I'm like, I just need one more person in here. Hazuki had raid up this last event. I mean, that's cool, but like that doesn't necessarily mean that Hazuki pops up where you need her to pop up either.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you could get Hazuki all the time, but then she just like shows up in all the wrong rooms, and you're just like, oh.
Another sick item would be like you can call in for like I don't know what they call them, assistant idols or something, but you can call in an idol, and it's like any idol if you're choosing, instead of like 3 RNG idols.
Shuffle your call-ins. Shuffling your call-ins would be kind of nice
that'd
too.
be cool too. Yeah, that'd be more balanced, I guess.
I say we pick what calls in. Like, I would say the item that'd be cool, like with that little like it'd be like Hazuki's phone number essentially on a piece of paper. It's like you call Hazuki, and then Hazuki's like, "Where do you need me today?" And then you just say, "I need you here."
That was like the first thing I'm like, that would be so good if they added this, because like the moment I saw Hazuki, I swear they said during the TFT tutorial or when they were explaining it that they said that you could like place Hazuki. I'm like, but she's RNG, so I like never really figured that out. I was just like really disappointed that you can put her where you wanted to if she was just RNG.
So what does it say? We know who. Since I lose track who can be called and who can't. Sometimes I'm like, I want the other Mega to support. So how I understand how the supports are called is that it's your highest leveled version of that character.
Yeah, sure. Bond highest level bond version.
So if you have like 2 Megarus that are level 60, I think it just picks randomly. But if you have one at level 61, it'll always pick the level 61.
That is actually.
It's based on the bond level. Bond level. That's right.
Yeah.
So whoever has the highest bond level out of them is the one that's always picked.
Wait, bond level? Oh, really?
So that's the number you see underneath them, like the 5, 6, and 7. That's showing their bond level.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so sometimes it might be beneficial to get those level 70 SRs if you don't have high enough bond level for your SSRs.
That is so strange. Cause like a lot of the times you need a specific card, and like them picking it for you is kind of just like counterintuitive.
My level 70 Sakuya overrides my SP support Sakuya. Well, just keep getting more SP support Sakuyas. Duh. Just keep pulling.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Feed Hazuki your gems.
I need. Hey, Devs, if you're listening, can we get a rerun event? I just need 3 more crystals, please. 3 more fragments. That's all I need.
Don't worry, we'll get a rerun of. I don't even know what would be next. Like,
I don't think we'll get a rerun. Honestly, I think we'll get reruns for the most part.
Oh yeah, maybe we'd get a Halloween rerun.
Honestly, I think we're done with reruns. We'll just get more petite tickets. That's like about it.
I mean, there's probably a new Halloween outfit that we could shout out 3K jewels for it.
True. Oh, there's also one other thing that I think would be fine for TFD to make it a little more encouraging to do is increase the likelihood of EX skill drops and higher rarity EX skill drops.
Ooh, I'll be behind that.
Like, if you want to like split the 2 game modes, like if you give me one game mode that is this is all for building idols, and this other one is this is for gathering skills, I'm completely okay with that idea. You know, it's because it's so rough to like I think a really good example is the last Producers Cup when it because I think we got Producers Cup right when we got EX skills in the second round.
I think so.
And it was like you're mashing all these S rank runs, but then you're still just only getting bronze EX skills, and you're like, I do all this for this.
I don't even think there's a higher rate. Honestly, it's a lie. If anybody says it's a complete lie.
Yeah, it's just something we believed in. That was just like, yeah, if we get S rank, we get better stuff. It's like, there's nothing that says that.
Yeah, X skill drop rate, I feel like just completely went them.
So yeah, like if TFD had a higher rate of EX skill drops, and then just had a better chance of getting the better EX skills, that then could then translate into those cards being better for Wing, and it kind of becomes this like, tug of war of, do I spend my attention on TFD to get some EX skills to then make Wing easier? Do I do Wing because I want to build stuff for Fess, etc.? It gives it a better balance as opposed to I do TFD because I'm bored.
I literally only do TFD
training mission.
Missions. Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like the devs need to shift that, not make TFD just a mission only game mode.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about missions, just completely like just delete training events, please.
Well, I don't hate training events because I like the idea of it.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. Like I actually find it mad fun. Have you like? God. Okay, because Batsu knows this. I know Batsu's not at his table right now, but like Batsu and I both do this every time there's a training event. We build a team that is just all audition mastery cards and just run down the gauntlet of how many of the auditions can we do in a one single run. And then you just have all these like really crazy stats that are all over the place because it's just running all audition mastery.
At the same time, like I feel like you can just use any single strong PSSR that's like MOB, and you're just like, yeah, you can probably do all of them except for like maybe like the 200k. And
yeah, the season 4 one, the Tank Fest one is kind of ugh.
Yeah, Tank Fest is kind of hard. Easy. I mean, if you're using like a vocal card, it's kind of hard to fight 200 and 300k unless the trends are lucky. Unless you really want to try to fight Super Mono and Super Natsuha.
Are you talking about for 200k?
Yeah.
I think today I realized. No, I think it was like Kiriko that dominates. Was it Kiriko that dominates vocal for 200k? I don't remember. I swear it was Kiriko though.
It might be Kiriko. I feel like I remember it being mono because I think the 100k is Kaho.
Well, the 100k is like a lot of people. The 100k vocal I think was Kaho. Yeah, it was Kaho.
Yeah, 100k vocal is Kaho. I think 200k is mono, and then I'm pretty sure 300k is Natsuha.
Yeah, 300k was definitely Natsuha. I remember that much.
It's like, oh, I hope you like your final boss of Wing. Yeah, well, how about the secret final boss right over here?
Literally hidden shadow Natsuha.
Just casually shoots the judge for like 30k, and you're like, wow, why am I
like
here?
Bonus on the first appeal. It's just like, okay, that just happened.
Yeah. But no, like, what I would like to see for training events is just a better return on the effort you're doing. I don't want to do 3-star notebooks, which is honestly like kind of hard, and
it's
getting one gold ticket.
It's like super hard. Like 1 3-star notebook, you have to get like such good RNG for that anyway. So it's like to do that like 10 times or something like that to do a mission. It's just like it's absurd.
It's rough, and and then you do all that for just one gold ticket, and you're kind of just like, okay.
And it's like the rest of the items are just straight up silver tickets. It's like, all right, that's not worth it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind silver if it was just like if you want to do bronze and silver, just up the quantity of it. Like, that's all. That's literally all that we're getting at, is that like the training events is supposed to be, you use it as the opportunity to train your supports up, but then it's like for people that already have like level 60s or are like trying to push to like 70 or 75 or the EXP's high, you finish the event and you get to level 1 card.
Like, not even, you probably won't even level 1 depending on what level they are. Like past level 55, it's like forever to level up.
Yeah, 70 to 80 is so damn expensive.
It's like, I think I remember like taking a screenshot to get to like 80. It was just like it took like 15 plat tickets and like 100 golds. It was like it was like something absurd. I don't think it was that absurd, but it was definitely absurd. But I mean, like at the same time, I feel like the training events still have like I don't remember the mission count. I don't even think they're all static. I think the training events have like way too many missions too, especially to get the title.
Yeah, it can be a little daunting. I mean, ultimately, it's just do all the auditions, do the secret auditions, do TFD a lot, get MVP at least once, and then like true end once.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
think-
like,
At the same time, but to get the card, it's all tied towards the missions too, which also
yeah,
sucks.
because you need one copy of the cards behind MVP, one copy of the cards behind true end.
Yeah.
Then one card is stuck behind the other mission rewards.
I
And then
think
the other
that was like my
two-
favorite change they did was to give out one free copy for just doing whatever, like Produce and Fez events where they just give you a free copy basically. That was like my
Yeah.
favorite change. Because a lot of casuals can just get their cards then. And also makes
I like
it easier
Fez
getting
events.
extra copies.
I think Fest and Produce is like the easiest event, and then followed by Box and then Training event. I mean,
I think Fez
it's not hard. It just
for sure.
takes the longest amount of time.
Yeah.
Fez takes like literally I think it takes like an hour to do the entire Fez event. Like, especially if you already have the teams built up because of a previous Fez event, it takes so quick to do them.
Unless you're Straylight still struggling to put a team together.
unless you're Straylight. Well, you
Yeah,
don't
they-
even use your Straylight mechanics to do anything.
Yeah, you just cheese. You just cheese it
Just
with
do damage.
Yeah, just cheese it.
Yeah.
I would say personally, I think my favorite is tied between Fest and Box. Just because,
I
like,
think Box is really fun.
Box is fun because it's just you're just going ham on production, but then you're also getting a lot of good return out of it. You know, you're getting a decent amount of
Yeah.
coins. You're getting your SR tickets. You're getting your Hazuki seals.
I think the best part of Box is like the never-ending Box 8. You can just
Oh, yeah.
farm everything from that. And, like the rewards for Box 8 are like really good too. So I feel like
10K
finishing
gold
it
draw.
early, you can just farm it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also super nice for beginner too, because
Yeah.
the first box is only like 300 coin per box or something, and even then
Honestly, I
at your
think with one true end, you could probably get you could get all 5 cards if you're like lucky enough. Because you get so many points.
I think so. I think I was able to finish my event in like two and one.
Yeah,
I
it
still have
should only
leftover.
take like 1-ish or 2-ish.
Yeah, it's really fast. God bless.
Let's see.
Thank God it's not a Grand Blue Box event.
It's funny how that manages to be pretty consistent. It's like whenever your game has a box event almost always ends up being like one of the best ones.
Yeah, I guess there's like I think there's just like some mental reason why, like the effort and earning and the RNG, it feels like a gotcha at the same time, and you feel good when you get the card.
Well, the rewards are tangible too, and it's not like there's a I'm not going to get it. You're emptying the box. It's not that the box gets replaced every time you open the box.
Right.
So it's like you're always going towards that end goal, and that end goal is whatever you set the goalpost to be, which is really nice. You know, it's like people. That's acute Amana, but yeah, I don't know, because like as much flack as any person gives, you know, Fate Grand Order, the box events in Fate have almost always been pretty good. And that they're almost like really minimal effort, and you get a bunch of rewards out of it. You know, the box events in Grand Blue are very solid and are pretty much useful for everybody. Box event.
The only problem with that is like I'm so lazy for Grand Blue box events. I don't know why. I'm just super lazy when it comes to that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what other
Uh,
games have box events, though.
yeah. Yorha also nails it in that it doesn't really feel rigged either. It's not an event that's working against you. It's just an event that works with you to get more stuff.
Oh, right. Girls Frontline has box events, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right. And they're gonna have the bingo event soon too. GFL's pretty
Was it
rigged.
Girls
With the primary...
Frontline? Girls Online box events was like you couldn't like. There's a chance you could never get the card, right, or something like that.
No, because they instate a pity system.
It's their so, like it's a pseudo spark or
Yeah. But the funny part is that it's a pseudo spark in that you could still get the card early, but you will still get it at like after X. So like I think
okay.
in their cases it's like 100. So
or
or whatever, or like 100 or 300. So you could roll the card in the first roll, and you're like, all right, I did it. But if you keep rolling, then at 100, you'll still get another copy of the card.
So it's pretty much just a literal gotcha at that
Yeah.
point. Okay.
All right. What time is it? It is currently 1:21 a.m. my time zone. It's
Yeah, I
super
don't
late.
know. It is very
We got-
late.
We got through all the SRs for at least for Fest.
The list looks
Maybe
solid.
we can reconvene for SSRs tomorrow. Hopefully not this
Yeah.
late because I have to work tomorrow or on
I
Thursday
think-
as well.
I think I am kind of tired right now, actually.
Yeah.
I'm down to come down and chill to talk about SSR whenever.
Yeah.
I put
Talk
time
about
on
how
that
much
show
we
working.
hate all the SSRs. Just kidding. All the SSRs are pretty good.
Let's talk
SSR
about
is
Power
great.
Creep all day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how busted Mono and Meguru are for an hour.
Let's talk about how
It's
Mimi changed the meta forever.
Yeah, let's talk
Mamimi.
about how Mamimi just how the prankster destroyed Grade Fest.
Single-handedly destroyed a game mode.
You get a 50% dance up. You get 50% dance up. Everybody gets a 50% dance up. Is it 50
funny.
or was it higher?
It's 100.
Oh yeah, it's 100. Yeah, exactly. That's like
It
everybody
is
gets
100.
Like it's so funny how Mamimi got 2 SSR supports in a row that both simultaneously broke different game modes.
I know.
Because Visual
I was like-
Mamimi
I was
broke
thinking, like,
production, and Dance Mamimi
Mimi
broke
has-
Grade Fest.
Whoever's designing Mimi has such a huge bias towards making that character really good.
Can't believe the main balance designer is a Mamimi P.
I swear to God, it is. That's like the reason why. There's no way because no one else has gotten 100% passive yet. I don't even think they'll do that again because it's just so broke. But someone gave her 100% passive and did that consciously.
In a
Wait,
meta
then,
where the best buff you had was like 60%.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wasn't there a produced Mamimi card that have extremely trolling stats? Like really rare chance to clock 100% or something? The other
I don't
produced
remember.
card.
Wait, for what?
For produced Mamimi. I think it was her second produced card where she has some weird ass mechanic.
Oh, the instant kill?
Oh, not the instant kill. Let me see.
Because there was the first SSR that had Melancholy, so she had Poisoning. And then we have the most recent third one, which has the really crazy, excellent, appeal. That just seems
Oh, yeah.
really universally good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was
I think the-
weird.
The problem with that, I think, is it's good, but I don't think getting an excellent is ever okay. Because excellents are so weak. It's kind of just eh. I guess it's she's really just universally good in that regards, but
Yeah, I think her. Yeah, that card is decent, but
it's
Yeah.
nothing like I think the new Chiyuki is probably one of the strongest PSSRs ever.
Yeah. Just out of the box, that card is just super strong. Even Jury and Natsuha have to get some uncaps to really get going.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
Kyuki's just alright, I'm ready to go.
And then
gloves
you have
are on.
that, you can't. It's super hard to run Exodia with like vocal and visual with Nacha and Jury without like a lot of like coverage, and that Cherokee just straight up like does its job for itself.
The independent mom.
The mom that
Alright.
ends all vocal fest.
I think
Alright.
I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, this is
Same.
pretty cool. Thanks,
Have a
y'all.
good day or have a good night, depending on where your time zones are.
Yeah.
Thanks
I'll
for
talk
tuning
to-
into our impromptu discussion about SRs.
For 6 hours. We
The
started this at
balance.
like 5 hours ago, I think. Yeah, we've been here
Yeesh.
for a long time.
Was it actually 5 hours?
Was it
ago?
actually?
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
When did we-
I think.
When did I
wanna-
say I was going to hop in the voice chat? Let's.
Like, it
Oh,
could've
wait,
been
I
5
think it was
hours.
on
No
6,
way.
5 or 6.
There's no
I
way.
wanna. Because I work all the way till 8 p.m. So
Jesus.
I mean, I'm staring at a spreadsheet. Still counts working. So
Okay,
Just,
no, we started at like. We started around 9 my time, and it's almost 1:30.
6. Okay, we started. Okay, 4 hours almost.
Jesus.
Yeah, so 4 hours.
Okay, that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's all.
1 hour,
That's
10
a lot more than
SR.
I expected.
Yeah.
The SSR is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Time for 5 hours to talk about SSRs. Although most of those cards speak for themselves, so it's not going to be that hard.
Yeah.
There's only a few sub cases, but we'll get there when we get there.
Right.
Exactly.
Alright,
All
cool.
right.
Thanks, y'all.